Franklin TV Sports presents exciting Franklin High School Girls Lacrosse. Today, on a spectacular early spring day in the town of Franklin, the Franklin High Panthers, with a record of 7-1, take on the Eagles of Sharon, who come to town with a mark of 4-5. Hi, neighbors, and welcome to our telecast. I'm Pete Royce. Our producer here today is Chris Leverone. Well, we're towards the middle of the season, and now it's time to make your moves. For Franklin, making their move means continuing a great streak of consecutive wins in the Hockomock League. For the Sharon Eagles, a team that has won 4 games this year. In fact, they lost one game pretty close, a league game to North Attleboro, 10-7, so they're a force to be reckoned with. However, the Panthers will be favored to win here today. Our officials for today's game are Jim Notarangelo and Kathy Brady. 2 players now out for the center draw at midfield. The Panthers in the traveling maroon and white, and the Eagles traveling maroon and white, and the Panthers in the home white with navy blue trim. Ball is about to be released by referee Jim Notarangelo, and we're underway here from Franklin. So glad you're with us, fans, here on Franklin TV, and we're streaming on YouTube. Franklin wins the draw, and they'll take it up the left side. The goalkeeper is Fatima Hudroj, a senior for the Eagles. She's in goal right there down below to the right. She wears the number 24. Franklin will take their time. Up top, this is Julia Flynn. Now on the right side, Vera Hansen gets a start today. She's been injured, but she's going to start here today. Panthers working it deliberately. Sophia Sacchetti will start things off on the left wing. She'll keep it. For Izzy Cross. What a spark plug Izzy Cross has proven to be this year. For Hansen. It's a Hockomock League game. Franklin takes it strong. The one hopper is in the net. And that is a goal by Clara Blongesteiner. The freshman, Clara Blongesteiner, opens it up. 1-0 Franklin. Goal comes at 10:48. Her sister is also on the team, but Clara is the freshman, and she starts. Blongesteiner makes it 1-0 Panthers at 10:48. So we're underway on the scoreboard. You said the Panthers will be heavily favored here in this one. They're undefeated in the Hawk. In fact, that's going back several years, a violation. And Kathy Brady, the official, says we'll do it again on the draw. For the Panthers is Sophia Sacchetti, and she's drawing against Bailey Gart. Gart, a senior. Sacchetti, also a senior. Spectacular day here in Franklin. Ball is controlled by Sacchetti. She takes her own draw. This is she galloping in towards the net. She's going to hold. Now drop it out deep. Izzy Cross. This is Erin Peterson with the touch for the first time. Back to the back line for Gabby Consigli. And she and Vera Hansen exchange places. Vera passes too strong, is gobbled up there by Julia Flynn. Hansen spinning through. Does not get the shot off. Consigli takes it behind. Just underway here in the first of 4 12-minute periods. Consigli, her shot in the wraparound score. Gabby Consigli makes it 2-0. And for the Panthers, that goal comes at 9:37. So Blongesteiner, Clara, and Gabby Consigli are on the board for the Panthers, 2-0. Franklin has won 6 in a row after the loss home to Westwood after the opening win against Leominster. So they've won 6 straight, and they have that 5-0 mark in the conference. Ball is high. Once again, the Panthers come out of it. This is Julia Flynn. Sacchetti. Peterson to Consigli, who just scored. Now back out it comes to Blogensteiner. Sacchetti, a little looping pass to Hansen. Peterson looking for a cutter. Will take it at the X. Blogensteiner loops it down for Gabby Consigli. 8:40 left, first period. 2-0 Panthers. Vera Hansen. She'll loop it underhanded for Flynn. Back to Consigli in front. The shot there, and Vera Hansen scores. Great passing by the Panthers. Vera Hansen makes it 3-0. And that score comes at 8:28. So Hansen joins the scoring column along with Gabby Consigli and Clara Blogensteiner. 3-0, Franklin on top. Franklin last game was on the road on April 24th. They played at Weymouth and won a good game, 18-10. Talking to Coach Kristen Igo-Garino before the game, and she said that what to expect from Sharon. Well, don't know a lot about them, but she said, we got to play our game. She's not too worried about them, but she did feel that they could handle them. So far, so good. Here's Sophia Sacchetti. We'll share comments about the Sharon coach and what she had to say about this game. Just a few moments. Consigli off that left shoulder. Oh, it's dropped by Blogensteiner, and she picks it up. All the way around, everybody with a touch. This is Julia Flynn. Her pass in front dropped and is picked up by the Eagles. They've not had it across midfield yet. And on the rush out is Bailey Gart. And now the Eagles have it over midfield. They have a player out in open space. One-on-one. Tries to pass, though, at the end. Guess there was a couple of players back. The pass by Gart goes astray. And the ball will be started out by the Panthers. First to the ball on the back line. And they start out in their own side of the field for the first time. Here's Julia Flynn. 3-0, Franklin on top. Flynn. Right wing for Consigli. Gabby will take it behind the line. Under 7 to go here in the first period. No penalties so far. Very few stoppage of plays. In fact, other than the goal scoring, I don't think there's been any whistles. This is Blogensteiner. Izzy Cross. Draws a double team. She shoots. And did she score? I believe it hit the side of the net. No goal there. Now they've posted a goal. That's going to be a goal by Julia Flynn. Flynn becomes the 4th scorer of the game. How do you defend that? 4 different scorers for the Panthers. Goal comes at 6:33. Julia Flynn joins Hansen, Consigli, and Blogensteiner. 4-0 Franklin here in the first period. Draw again, Sacchetti against Bailey Gart. Ball is high in the air. Chased down on the run. Flynn gets it. Julia Flynn. She whips it on the left side. Nice pass to Izzy Cross. Beautiful pass. Consigli. No substitutes yet for either team. Gabby flips it. Flynn's got some space. Shifts. And she'll take it back out. Again, everybody with a touch. Sacchetti. In front with some space is Cross, and she'll back it out. Under 6 to go here in the first period. 4-0, Franklin on top. Aaron Peterson with the ball. Looking for a cutter, can't find one. Has it knocked away and scooped up by the Eagles. Taking it back is Kieran Coster. And there's a first whistle. Non-stoppage of play. And the Eagles with a nice run out here. With it there is Serena Bienemy. Serena. And she'll drop it down for the first time. The Eagles take it behind the Franklin goal. Ball is knocked out. And on the pass, that should be Franklin ball. Audrey Widland could not handle it. And so Franklin will have it starting out. The nice lead so far here in the early going. With it now for the Panthers is Morgan Lovell. On the left wing with some space, spinning through is Cross. She shoots too high. Franklin will chase it down and they'll get to the ball, I do believe. Yes, they will, with 4:45 to go here in the first period. A rare missed shot by the Panthers. That could be their first miss of the game after 4 in a row. Cross sets the screen for Hansen. Ball to the back line. Consigli off that left shoulder, holding. Loops it. Flynn picks it up, charges, she shoots, and she scores. Julia Flynn, not a beautiful goal. That's her second goal of the game. And Flynn makes it 5-0 Panthers. 2 straight by Julia Flynn. That goal comes at 4:12 here of the first period. Flynn, the senior, also starting for Franklin. Gabby Consigli, Maeve Grasso, Julia Flynn, Sophia Sicchetti, Juliana Owen, Callie Joyce, Maisie Streisman is in goal, and Erin Peterson for the Panthers. We'll give you the Sharon starting lineup in just a moment. Ball again. Franklin has been winning the faceoffs. They take it on the dead run. This is Flynn, 2 straight goals. Come through, charging Izzy Cross. She shoots and she scores. Izzy Cross makes it 5-0. Cross, I'm sorry, that should be, did they call something there? No, that should be 6-0. Izzy Cross, I thought maybe the whistle had blown, but it did not. Score comes at 3:58, only 14 seconds after the Flynn goal. And Cross has it. Starting lineup for Sharon: Ella Cummings, sophomore; Sarah Scapitici, sophomore; Lillian Bourgeois, sophomore; Ava Jacobson, senior; Audrey Widland, a junior; Bella Walker, a junior; Bailey Gard, a senior; Serena Bienemy, a senior; Kieran Coster, a senior; Ella Kaufman, a sophomore; Lauren McLaughlin, a senior; and Fatima Houdroge, a senior, in goal for Coach Aisling Lydiard. I talked to Coach Lydiard before the game and asked her, what about your team? She said she feels like they're finally coming around and they've been working on a few things, and she feels like now is the time to kind of pull it all together. And she said, and all we have to do that against is a team that's a great team. And so she expects a great game for the Panthers. To beat them, she said, we have to play great defense. And so far, it has not worked out for the Eagles. They're down 6-0 late on here in the first period. Aisling Lydiard, she played college ball at, I believe, a school down on Long Island, Hofstra. And I believe she had some time at Stony Brook as well on Long Island. Here's Peterson's shot, and that finds the back of the net as well. Erin Peterson makes it 7-0. Franklin pouring it on. Erin Peterson becomes the 6th Panther to score. That only took 55 seconds. 3:03 the time of that one. Peterson, 5 Panthers with 1 goal and 1 with 2. Flynn. So it's 6-0, 3:03 to go here in the first period. Franklin was to have played last Saturday, the 26th, at Bishop Feion, here against Bishop Feion, but that game was called because of heavy rain, and it was supposed to be made up this Thursday, but there's a question about that because officials are not available right now for Thursday, so that game is still up in the air. The rescheduled game against Fian. The boys did manage to play Fian on Saturday at Fian, and the boys lost in their lacrosse game. Non-league game, of course. Back to Clara Blogesteiner. She opened up the scoring for the Panthers. Only a freshman. For the tall Sophia Sicchetti. She shoots, and that, did it go in? I think it did. It went just under the bar. Sophia Sicchetti gets it home. 8-0 Franklin. Sicchetti scores at 2:25 here in the first period. The 7th Panther to score. Everybody with 1. Julia Flynn with 2. So it's 8-0 with 2:25 left. Well, we said Franklin heavily favored over Sharon, and you see why. They're dominating all the action. No shots on goal yet for Sharon, and the Panthers have had at least 9, maybe 10. 8 have gone through. Here's the draw. Taking the draw now for Franklin is Juliana Owen. So Coach Kristen Igo-Garino mixing it up a little bit here with the big lead. And Erin Peterson will trot it back down. For Gabby Consigli, Vera Hansen. Around it goes to the top. Franklin working that arc. Cross. Peterson ducks her shoulder, draws a double team. Out for Blogesteiner. And now the shot and the goal again. And this time it's going to be Juliana Owen. Makes it 9-0. The 9th Panther to score. Juliana Owen scores at 1:47 here in the first period. So Owen joins the long list of scorers for the Panthers here today. Once again, the draw, and let's see if Owen, who just scored, will take that draw. Bienemy to draw for the Sharon High Eagles. And it was Owen. Controlled here by Lillian Bourgeois of the Eagles. And here comes Lillian on the far side. Front of the Franklin bench. Draws the double team. Ball knocked loose. In the game for Franklin now is Callie Joyce. Out for Blogesteiner. One hopper is mishandled, and that's going to go to the back line, right to the corner, I guess out technically on the sideline. It'll be Sharon Ball on the turnover with 1:12 to go here in the first period. Franklin 7-1 on the season. Sharon High Eagles 4-5. Sharon 2-3 in the league. Franklin 5-0 in the league. With it is Ava Jacobson, the senior. Ava. She's going to go to the pass is mishandled there by Lauren McLaughlin. And on the turnover, the Panthers will have it back with 45 seconds to go here in the first period. 9-0. Franklin with a huge lead. In the game now for Franklin, we said Callie Joyce. This is Hansen. Skip pass. Over on the left side it comes. And it's picked off. A nice steal there. Beautiful steal by Kieran Koster. Koster along the right sideline. She has it taken away. The steal by Franklin. Nice steal by Juliana Owen. She flees Blogesteiner. Clara. Double team, gets through the double team and takes a hit. But the horn sounds to end the first period. What a first quarter of play here in Franklin. All Panthers all the time. They put up 9, and they lead it 9-0 after 1. This is how the scoring happened in this order for Franklin. Clara Blogesteiner, Gabby Consigli, Vera Hansen, Julia Flynn, Izzy Cross, Erin Peterson, I believe another goal by Flynn, Sicchetti, Sophia, and Juliana Owen rounds out the scoring. So Franklin has scored basically their longest gap was to start the game when it took them 4 minutes and 12 seconds. After that, basically a minute. This is the differential in scoring time. Another minute, less than a minute and 40. The one goal was scored. Two goals were scored 14 seconds apart. The second Flynn goal at 4:12 and the Izzy Cross goal at 3:58. Then Peterson at 3:03, Sicchetti at 2:25, and Juliana Owen at 1:47. So Franklin fast and furious in the scoring column, and after one, they lead it by the score of 9-0. Looking at the Franklin schedule, we mentioned the rainout from Saturday. That game is still up in the air with Fian as to when it will be rescheduled. And as we said, part of the problem is a shortage of lacrosse officials. So originally it was going to be Thursday. Seven and 1. The officials again, Jim Notarangelo and Kathy Brady. It is Notarangelo who will tee it up here with the girls. And for the draw for Eagles, it's Serena Bienemy, a senior. And for Franklin, we'll see who they got in the opening circle there at this time. It looks like it's Sicchetti, but I'm not sure till she turns here. Notarangelo has it all teed up in the respective sections of, it's going to be Sicchetti of the net, and we're underway here. Franklin now will be going from right to left across your screen. Sharon going the other way, left to right. Sicchetti down low. Erin Peterson. So many of the Panthers have scored 8 different goal scorers of their 9. Flynn with 2. Erin Peterson for Izzy Cross. This is the stage of the game where Frank the best available shot. They don't need to rush. They want to practice their structured offense. They're going to take good shots, hold on to the ball until one turns up. Here's Peterson. She loops one. I'm sorry, that was Bogensteiner for Peterson, and it's knocked out of her hands and picked up by the Eagles, and they start out on the right wing. This is Bella Walker. Sorry, now Bella Walker. She's going to drop it on the right wing. Down in front, no real scoring opportunities yet for the Eagles. They need a goal badly. One is Ella Cummings. Now they go into a rare structured offense. Franklin dominating here. Maisie Streisman not really tested yet. This is Bienemy, Serena. Out top for Bailey Gart. Gart on the right side, down low for Ella Kaufman. Just underway here in the second period. This is Kaufman. She's picked up by Callie Joyce. Holding deep behind the line are the Eagles. Pass picked up there. The maroon and white with the ball. This is Ella Kaufman. Long possession for Sharon. Looking for those cutters. Franklin packing it in front of Maisie Streisman. Bienemy will hold. So the Eagles showing a lot of discipline here, trailing it 9-0. They want a goal. Coming through, picks up Vera Hansen on the nice defense by Hansen. Back to Bienemy. Serena, stutter step move. Can't get the shot off. Ball is knocked loose by Cummings, but she retrieves it. Ella Cummings, now it's in the air. Rush for the ball, and Franklin gets it. Julia Flynn. Flynn, nice skip pass upfield. It comes to Izzy Cross. Cross charging in, has some. Take it behind the line. Flynn made that play on the ground ball pickup. And a whistle here, and I'm sorry, a goal here by the Panthers. And we'll check out that goal score, the first one of the period. So many different Panthers have scored. I believe that one was Sophia Sacchetti. Just confirm that in a moment. It's 10-0, Franklin on top. It was Sophia Sacchetti. All of our scoring unofficial, of course. Second period goal at 7:54. Sophia Sacchetti makes it 10-0 Panthers. Panthers quickly win the draw, and they take it upfield again. Sacchetti, who just scored, will release on the right wing for Blagesteiner. Down below, out to Peterson. She'll come around. Baseline, charging the net. Will not shoot. Little skip pass there for Sacchetti. Back to Julia Flynn. Flynn comes across the screen. Ducks her shoulder and will take it back out. Flips it in front for Peterson. Her shot and her goal. Erin Peterson makes it 11-0. Score comes at 6:51, so just about 1:03 after the last goal. Erin Peterson. And for Erin, that is her second goal. So Sacchetti with 2, Peterson with 2, and Julia Flynn with 2 so far. 11-0, 6:35 to go, and a timeout called here, I believe, by the Sharon coach, Aisling Lydiard. So Franklin, I can't remember the last time they lost a Hockomock League game in girls lacrosse. It's got to be going back at least to 3 seasons ago. And Franklin, though, will have some good matches with non-conference foes. We mentioned the Fee and Rainout on Saturday, yet to be rescheduled. They'll also be playing Longmeadow. That'll be here in May 10th. They'll also be playing at Natick on May 16th. They'll also be playing at Concord Carlisle. So those are good teams. Schedules them as they want to meet some stiff competition going into the tournament play. We're almost halfway through the season here with this game, maybe a little bit less. Can really check that really quick. Yeah, it's about a 17-game regular schedule, and this is game number 9. So we're just about at halftime. We'll be halfway through the regular season. Of course, there is that makeup coming as well to Bishop Fian. But these are the games, not this one in particular, but the non-conference games, and we mentioned some of the good opponents that'll be coming to Bassini Stadium, and Frank will be going on the road to Longmeadow. Longmeadow is a very traditional school that has been a hotbed for girls lacrosse and boys lacrosse for a long, long time. Kind of one of the original schools to pick up on lacrosse. They do have, I believe, a new coach this year that matters for Longmeadow High School, as they'll be hosting the Panthers coming up in a couple of weeks, I believe. So we're at the 6:35 mark of the second period. All Franklin here today. They lead it 11-0. The officials again, Jim Notarangelo and Kathy Brady. For the draw for Franklin at midfield, let's see who takes it this time. It's going to be Clara Blagesteiner, and she'll be drawing up against the Eagles of Sharon, and that will be Bailey Gart. Gart, a senior. Notarangelo has the ball locked in the respective sticks of the two players. Getting it settled down, he'll back away, and he blows the whistle. Ball is in the air, and Franklin once again has won a number of these draws. Flynn takes it for the Panthers, and she'll slow it down on the left wing. 11-0, Franklin on top. Pete Royce with you. Chris Leverone, our producer and our director, here today. Brilliant sunshine here at Bassini Stadium. Temperature has to be in the upper 70s. Peterson, Izzy Cross. Her shot is blocked and picked off in there by the Eagles. And here they come. Trying to get it out. They cannot. They turn it over. Franklin with the steal. This is Flynn. She whips it in front. And that's a save there by their goalkeeper. And that is Fatima Houdroge. 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 Nice save by Houdroge. And for Fatima, she is she is a senior. This is let's see who has it here for the Sharon Eagles. It's going to be Bella Walker. And Walker will give it up on the right side for Lillian Bourgeois. Round to the left to Ella Cummings. Almost 5 minutes straight up left here in the second quarter. All Franklin so far. Mienemy. Holding, comes around the net. Tries to drop it, and she does. For Walker, Bella. I'm sorry, that's not Bella Walker. We'll identify that player in a moment. This is Mienemy. That last player was Megan Porcaro. Mienemy holding. Now goes to Bailey Gart. Gart. Charging through, spinning a whistle, and that's going to be a 8-meter shot, I believe, or a 12-meter shot for Bailey Gart. 12-meter arc shot for Gart. Second circle, the second arc, this is Bailey Gart. And she'll drop it on the left wing. With it there is Lillian Bourgeois. Back to Gart. So Gart chose not to attack, but to throw a pass. She has it back, and she's fouled again. This time she's fouled by Sophia Sacchetti. And once again, Bailey Gart will have a free shot from the 12-meter arc with 3:46 to go here in the second period. Gart, this time she is going to get through. She shoots, and it's wide. Oh, she had a good look. She was in quickly. She had some good speed. Streisman may have steered it away. Play continues with the Eagles in possession. That was their best look of the game. Now they have another good look. The shot is too high. It goes high over the net by Lillian Bourgeois over the crossbar. And once again, Sharon retains possession. This is Bailey Gart. Had some trouble with it, but she gets it to the baseline. Ella Cummings, little loop underhand. Coming around, going down. It's going to be another foul called on the Panthers. Foul on Juliana Owen, and it'll be a shot here on the left wing. It's the 8-meter arc in front. Ball is tipped away by Sacchetti. Nice play by Sophia Sacchetti. Denied that entry pass. And the Panthers start out on the right wing. 2 quick passes. They're way up in field. This is Blogensteiner. Clara charges through. She holds, she shoots, and she scores. Clara Blogensteiner did most of that work by herself once she got into open space. And it's 12-0. Clara Blogensteiner, only a freshman, scores again. And for Clara, that is going to be her second goal. She had the first goal and the last goal. 4 different players with 2 now: Flynn, Peterson, Sacchetti, and Blogensteiner. Everybody else with 1: Consigli, Hansen, Cross, and Owen. 12-0. 1:41 left in the first half. Franklin led after 1, 9-0. They've added 3 goals, so their pace has slowed down a bit here, but what a start for the Panthers. Ball is high in the air, and Peterson and Clara Blogensteiner comes down with it. She loops her on the dead run for Flynn, and Juliana will hold it out. Down low with it was Lizzie Kudish, who's in the game. Sacchetti picks it up low. Blogensteiner for Flynn. Julia Flynn. I think I said Juliana. Julia Flynn. Out deep on the arc. Second level. This is Flynn. Back for Blogensteiner. Behind the end line. Panthers pass it around back there. Izzy Cross. Back for Cross. No, fake pass. Now it's out deep for Julia Flynn. Sacchetti looking for the first hat trick for the Panthers here today. Here's the charge. The shot by, let's check that shot. It was Julia Flynn, and Flynn scores. Julia Flynn makes it 13-0. And we're at halftime. Julia Flynn now, she has the first hat trick of the game. She's got 3, and 3 other players have 2. And Franklin rolling here with, they follow up a 9-point outburst in the first period with 4 more goals in the second period. And we're going to break away in our coverage here for about 5 minutes only, and then we'll have the start of the second half. We're at halftime. The Panthers lead it 14-0. We'll be back in about 4.5 minutes. Welcome back to Piscini Stadium here on the beautiful Franklin High campus. We're at halftime of this girls lacrosse game between Franklin and Sharon in the Hockomock League. All Franklin 13-0. 9 goals in the first period, 4 more in the second period. And we'll start the third period now with Franklin enjoying this big lead as they're looking to go to 6-0 on the Hockomock League season, and the Eagles would drop to 2-4 should they lose here today. And right now they're trailing it big with the start of the second half, just moments away. Pete Royce, Chris Leverone from the stadium as Jim Notarangelo will get the game started here in the second half. And Serena Bienemy will take the draw for the Eagles. And the official is blocking the view of the Franklin player at midfield as he checks out. It looks like it's going to be Juliana Owen. Owen with the draw against Bienemy. 2 12-minute periods remaining in the second half, of course. 13-0 Franklin. Owen gets the draw and taps it to herself. Franklin back going left to right. We'll look for the Panthers to get some subs in here in the second half. This is Owen. Vera Hansen. Good to see her starting again, coming back from an injury. Lagersteiner. Peterson. Consigli gets it out for Juliana Owen. First minute of play here in the third quarter. Lagersteiner for Vera Hansen. Around the rim we go. Peterson. Dropped. Picked up by Consigli. Franklin will do it again. Around the clock it goes. Back the other way. Owen. Liza Kudish in there. Peterson exchanged positions with Kudish. And Juliana Owen starts up. Draws 2. And she'll loop it back for Consigli for Vera Hansen. Owen. Good passing by the Panthers. Peterson. Lagersteiner. Catch by Vera Hansen. She'll angle back to the left side. Lagersteiner. Owen. Peterson. Holds on to it to Vera Hansen. Long possession brewing here for the Panthers. Lagersteiner. Hansen has some space. She can't get the shot off, and she is fouled. It's going to be a free shot from the 8-meter mark on the right side for Vera Hansen. Flynn with the 3 goals, couple players with 3, others with 2, everybody else. And Hansen gets the whistle. She's going to charge, she's going to shoot the delayed shot, and the goal. Vera Hansen took her time, she delayed it, and then she scored, makes it 14-0. Score comes at 8:51. It is running time now. 8:51 here in the third. The clock is running, and that's Vera Hansen. And for she, that is her second goal of the game. Vera Hansen with 2. Hansen, the junior, opens up the scoring here in the second half. We're at running time, so this game is going to move fast. Ready out in midfield is Juliana Owen, the fellow junior. She's going to take the draw. And she'll be up against Lillian Bourgeois, a sophomore, for Coach Aisling Lydiard. Kathy Brady, the official, backs away, blows the whistle. Ball is tipped down to heavy contact there. Going down hard was Julia Flynn. Wow, did she take a hit? And they'll give the ball to the Panthers. Owen starts out. 7:40 left in the third. Izzy Cross. Consigli anchors the back line for the Panthers. Picked up there by Owen. Nice catch by Erin Peterson for Izzy Cross. Top for Owen. Vera Hansen. Cross. Peterson charging. She'll drop it for Consigli. Long possession again for the Panthers with the big lead. In front, the shot there and the goal by Izzy Cross. Izzy Cross scores at 6:32. 15-0. 6:32 was the goal. Izzy Cross on the board again, and for Izzy, that's her second goal. And it's 15 straight to open up this game for the Franklin High Panthers. Clock is moving here. 6:09, clock ticking away. Normally they start it, but not with this big lead. They stop it normally, but not with this lead. They keep it running here at Piscini Stadium. Just a spectacular day. A lot of fans with their arms over the fence overlooking the track. Track team was out here practicing before this game got underway. And the draw at midfield. Franklin way on top. And now a new player on the draw for Franklin is Kendall Moan. Moan for the Panthers. This is she with it, number 21. She's taken her share of draws in the early season action. There's the shot there. It's wide on the shot taken by Kylie Silvestri, the freshman who's in the game. Silvestri. Franklin first to the ball. If you get to the ball first on a missed shot, you retain possession. On a fumbled pass, the ball goes over to the defending team. Ball was knocked out, but Kylie Silvestri, again, just as we speak, the pass was out of bounds, and so the ball turns over to Sharon, even though Silvestri was the first to the ball. So the Eagles looking to get on the board here. They start out deep on the over. Ava Jacobson with it, senior, front of their bench. Tipped away, and Peterson tries to go for the steal. It's off of her, and the ball will be contained by Serena B. Enemy. Eagles with 4:15 to go here in the third. Bienemy will drop it for Sarah Scapatici. Her pass is being chased down by Jacobson. She can't get to it. That'll be a turnover. And Franklin will have it with exactly 4 minutes to go in the third period. Franklin led at halftime 9-0. I'm sorry, 13-0, 9-0 after one. It's 15-0 here. Latter stages of the third period. Callie Joyce. Sacchetti directing traffic. Franklin wants this to be perfect. Ball over into the game now is Ruby Rizjan. Here's the charge, a triple team against Tori Cahill, who's in the game. And the shot there, and the goal. The goal by Ruby Rizjan. So Rizjan gets the goal, makes it 16-0, 3:05. Ruby Rizjan joins the scoring column at 3:05. So 3 goals here in the third period, 4 in the second period. Clock continues to run down at 2:40 to go here in the third period. Franklin showing why they're so talented. They're so deep. Look how many different scorers they've had in this game. On the draw is Bailey Gart for the Sharon Eagles. And it's going to be on the draw Kendall Moan for Franklin. And Gart wins the draw. Now it's taken back by Franklin, and they charge upfield. This is Sophia Sacchetti on the right side. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the third. Sacchetti spins away. Out top for Ruby Rizjan, who just scored. Rizjan, a freshman, plays midfield and offense, attack. Callie Joyce holding. And she'll spin it back out for Sacchetti. Now on the left side for Ruby Rizjan. 1:35 to go here in the third. Picked up there by Rizjan. 15 is Tori Cahill. Franklin goes all the way around from the right side to the left. And Cross will send it on a skip pass for Peterson. Aaron. Cahill. Back for Callie Joyce. Nice spin move by Callie. Ducks her shoulder, draws the double team. And she gets it out top for Ruby Rizjan. Back for Joyce. Joyce, a sophomore. Franklin sprinkling in a lot of underclassmen now in this contest. Cross will not shoot. She'll drop it for Callie Joyce. 35 seconds to go in the period. Peterson. Wraparound shot there is blocked. Franklin tries to get through with it, and trying to go for it was Kylie Silvestri. 20 seconds to go in the period. And let's see, they're going to give the ball to Franklin. Time winding down. Here's the shot and the goal by Callie Joyce. A wicked shot right in front, and Joyce adds to the scoring column. There's the horn ending the third period. Nice goal by Callie Joyce. And she'll trot off, gives the Panthers a 17-0 lead here in the end of 3. Callie Joyce, and for Joyce, that is her first goal. How about that? Callie Joyce with 1. So Cross now with 3. Flynn has 3. Rizjan has 1. And Callie Joyce has 1. For a total of 17 goals here in this game. Tremendous scoring for the Panthers. Taking a look at the season to date, the most points that Franklin has scored is 18. They did it 3 times. How about that? Here against Oliver Ames, 18-3 back on April 2nd. And then here at Taunton, 18-1 on April 10th. Then at Weymouth just a few days ago, April 24th, 18-10. So those are your highest scoring games of the season. 18 3 times. They had 17 once against Milford here on April 7th, and 16 once against Canton at Canton, and that was on April 16th. So Franklin in position here, though, with running time. We'll see how many points they can get, goals they can score in the fourth period. We anticipate a lot of subs being in the game, as Franklin looking to get to 8-1 on the season. They're only lost the second game of the season against Westwood from the Tri-Valley League. Westwood, a good team there, and they defeated Franklin 12-6. Other than that, it's 6 straight wins and looking good for number 7 in a row for the Panthers here today. Well, we mentioned we'll tell you the preview of other games to come. After today, Franklin will be at Stoughton on Wednesday. That's a 3:45 game. And then they'll be playing at Franklin against rival Mansfield. I believe that's Monday, May 5th. That's also a 3:45 game. For the Sharon Eagles, after today, they'll be on the road again on April 30th, 2 days from now on Wednesday at Mansfield. That's going to be a 6:30 game at Mansfield for those two Hockomock League foes. But here it's all Franklin, 17-0. 12 minutes to go, running time. This should move quickly here in the fourth period. Officials again, no fouls, by the way. No penalties so far. There have been some fouls, but no penalties. Officials Jim Notarangelo and Kathy Brady. 12 minutes left. Franklin playing in the brilliant sunshine of Piscini Stadium. Here today, Pete Royce with you, Chris Leverone producing today's game. Looking across the field, we see that brand new bleacher section across on the far side. This looks beautiful, handicap ramp and everything. And that old press box has been taken down. Nice look, nice crisp look to Piscini Stadium as you look across here. And I'm sure the visitors who will occupy that side of the bleachers will be happy to see a new set of bleachers installed with ramps and everything on that far side. Nice touch here. Nice crisp, clean look to Piscini Stadium now. Stadium is not that old, but beautiful playing surface, of course, with the artificial turf. We get ready to start the fourth and final period. Franklin now will be going from right to left. Sharon Eagles going from left to right in the maroon and white. It's going to be Moan on the draw, and they win it over to Owen. Juliana. Far side for Gabby Consigli. Out deep it comes on the right wing for Tori Cahill. This is she with it. Her skip pass comes out deep and hauled in there by Juliana Owen. Back out top, new player has entered the fray. It's Emma Bissinger. Bissinger wears number 7 for Owen. Just underway here in the fourth period. Blogensteiner gets it out deep. Owen leaves it for Bissinger. Emma. Nice pass in front. Battle for it, though. Nobody's coming up with it. Still on the ground, and Franklin has it right in front. Right in front there. The ball just took a hop right into the stick of a Panther, and she buried it. And for the Panthers, that's their 18th goal. That ties their season high. Wait to see exactly who that goal scorer was as soon as she turns over. And that goal was scored by Liza Kudish. So Liza gets on the board here in the fourth period. 18-0. Liza Kudish. And for Liza, she's a senior. Goal comes at 10:32. Clock moving here in the fourth period. 18-0 Franklin. One more goal. It's a season high for the Panthers. Ball is popped in the air. Battle for it. Owen saves it to another Panther. That was Liza Kudish, who just scored. Cahill battling for it. Picked up in there by the Eagles. Their foul, play on. Eagles yet to actually get a good shot off. And they charge looking for goal number 1, Bailey Gart. Franklin would love the shutout if they can, of course. Nice pass in front. The shot there. And it's denied. The save by Streisman. What a save against Lillian Bourgeois. Streisman was tested and she came up big. Emma Bissinger starts out for the Panthers, and here they come on the run, right out up the middle. Consigli will hold. The Panthers will set up. That was as close to a goal as you can come, but Streisman made a beautiful save. Spectacular, in fact. Cahill takes it behind. Skip pass on the far side for Bissinger. Out deep on the pass from Kudish. Cahill gets a screen. Will not take it any deeper. We'll back it out. Back to Kudish. Now with it is Kylie Silvestri. Ball is tossed. Franklin's got to hustle to it. They won't get to it. This will be a turnover. Trying to chase it down was Emma Bissinger, but she couldn't get to it before it went out of bounds. And on the pass, of course, it goes out of bounds. It goes to the defending team. 8 minutes to go here in the game. 18-0, Franklin on top. The Eagles having some difficulty getting it out of their own end. With it is Ava Jacobson. Ava, pass connects. Not much forward progress, though. It's on the ground. Battle for it there. Foul called against Kudish, and it will be Sharon Eagle ball. 7:32 left. It's turnover now. Franklin has the ball on the turf. They scoop it up on the right side. Pass is deflected, and the Eagles come out with it back in their own end. With it is Ava Jacobson, and she draws a foul. She'll play it on. Jacobson picked up in there by Emma Bissinger, and now the Eagles advance it beyond midfield. On the run-up on the right side is Scapatici. This is Sarah. Sarah, small stature there. Good speed. Over to Bailey Gart. Gart on the right side for Ella Cummings. Left side for Cummings. Back to Gart at the top. Inside the 12-foot arc. Some space there, but a good defensive play. Turned in there by Vera Hansen, denying the Eagles that chance. 6:31 left in the game. 18-0 Franklin. Ball is dropped and finally scooped up there by a Panther. That was picked up by Hannah Blogensteiner, Clara's older sister. Cahill has it on the left side. Tori Cahill. Franklin holding out deep. Joyce. Nice pickup by Cahill. Kudish. Down low. Consigli. She'll drop it out. With it there for Franklin is Maeve Grasso. Cahill. Franklin with the big lead in no hurry. Nice pass. It's errant though. And it's on the turf and picked up by Kudish. Oh, she can't get to it. It's in the air. Now Kudish has it. She charges pass in front. Cahill couldn't handle it. Ball still loose in front. Cahill. And the save there by their goalkeeper, the senior, Fatima Hudroj. 4:55 left in this one. Franklin turns it back to their offense. Cahill on the left side. Out top for Kudish. Mishandles, picks it up now. Maeve Grasso, ball is loose, and Liza Kudish takes it. For Grasso, Maeve, the captain. Left side, Callie Joyce. Down low it comes Franklin again in control here, 18-0. Consigli on the left side here for Maeve Grasso. Grasso charging, holding, ball knocked out of her stick. Still battling for it. Grasso has it. And she loops one down low. Picked up in there. Over to Consigli. Under 4 to go in this one. Consigli for Maeve Grasso. Maeve takes the screen, doesn't use it. Looping pass, a skip pass. Now it comes through. The shot there, and there's the goal. There's the goal by Maeve Grasso, the senior captain. How about that? She gives the Panthers their highest scoring output of the season. They have it to 19-0. Maeve Grasso. Good for the captain to get on the board. You saw, or you heard a nice cheer. Score comes at 3-17. Nice cheer from the Franklin bench when their captain scored. 19-0, Franklin. Top goal scorers Flynn and Cross with 3 each. Bloggensteiner and Sacchetti with 2 each. And everybody else with 1. I mean, a lot of people with 1 goal. They have 19 goals here with 2:41 left in the game. So Franklin basking in the sunshine here with the big lead. And we'll go to the face-off again. Coming up on the last 2 minutes of this game, 2:27 exactly. Notarangelo has it teed up. Taking the draw was Kendall Moan. Moan, the sophomore, but it's won by the Eagles, and that's going to be a foul. And it's going to be a good look for Scapatici. She'll be outside the 12-meter shot arc. Scapatici, number 2. Will she go for the goal or pass it? Players can converge on her. She's going to pass it for Bienemy. And she'll drop it over to Bailey Gart. Gart coming through in heavy traffic. Ball, and there's a foul. Be another shot from the 12-meter mark for Bailey Gart with 1:36 to go. With this Gart with her chance here to get on the board for the Eagles. Bailey Gart off the left side of the arc. She charges through. She's going to shoot, and she is going to score. Bailey Gart gets it on the board. Good for her. Makes it 19-1. Bailey Gart with 1:20 left makes it 19-1. So Gart finished the deal after 19 straight. The Eagles get on the board with the goal by Bailey Gart. She's a senior midfielder, and that'll make the trip to Sharon feel a little bit better, as they were not shut out here today in the final 50 seconds of this one. Kendall Moan and Serena Bienemy will take this draw at midfield. Kathy Brady, the official. 35 seconds to go. Nobody in any particular hurry to get this one going. 19-1, Franklin, their highest output of the season. Having scored 18 3 different occasions, 19 here today. Ball is controlled by Moan, Kendall Moan, and she'll send it up to the left side. Coming through, the shot there, and the goal, I believe that's a goal. And I believe it is Tori Cahill to finish out the scoring for Franklin. Tori Cahill scores it. And there's the buzzer, ending it 20-1, the final, as Franklin puts up a bunch of goals, 9 in the first period, 4 in the second period, 4 in the third period, and 3 in the fourth period to win it 20-1. The leading goal scorers, Julia Flynn and Izzy Cross, with 3 apiece. That's going to do it. Hope you liked our game. Franklin moves on, 8-1 on the season, 6-0 in the Hawk. And for the visitors, they drop to 4-6 on the season, 2-4 in the Hawk. This is Pete Royce. Thanking you for tuning in. Thanking our producer, our director, our camera operator today, our technologist, Chris Leverone, among the first to arrive and the last to leave. This is Pete Royce. On behalf of all of us here at Franklin TV, saying so long. The final score for the final time today, Franklin 20 and Sharon 1. Till next time, so long, neighbors.